best place to start, Gondola interview. Just tell us a little bit about your season, where you've been, where the best snow has been this year.
Oh man, season. My season has definitely started off really slow. British Columbia and Washington have had pretty bad snow, so I just skied in Whistler early season. I skied a bunch of park, and then I went over to Europe for Swatch Skiers Cup, which is a contest over in Zermatt, and we had good snow over there. And then I shot with Matthias Fredriksson for a little while, and we kind of road tripped around Europe following the snow, and we did Courmayeur and Heilbronner. That was really good, which is just in northern Italy on the other side from Chamonix. And then went up to Engelberg, and Engelberg was great, and skied Airolo, which is also in Switzerland on the Italian border. And then when I came back, and it was actually here in Revelstoke, end of January, filming a TV show with a friend of mine, and then took a little bit of time off because I hurt my knee, and then once again we had a dry spell. We had a dry spell here in BC and Washington, so we planned a trip and took off to Japan for a couple weeks and filmed and shot over there for a story, and then now I'm back in Revelstoke.
That's great. So how many days you've been home this season?
Ooh, days at home. I actually just spent the longest stretch at home that I've had all season. I spent 5 days. But I think I'm total in about 10 days since the beginning of December I've been at home. So, and it's now March 5th, 6th, or something like that. So
the slippers come in handy.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me, we were talking a little bit earlier about the guy you met on the plane, and you were kind of trying to describe to him what you do as a pro skier. So, 2 minutes or less, what do you do as a pro skier?
Well, the first thing obviously is skiing, but so when a magazine needs a story, for instance, say Powder Magazine, they give the letter of assignment, and the writer and the photographer go, and they need athletes to go shoot the content that you see inside the magazine. I do that, and then also I film, video part each year. So.
Nice. Yeah. So tell me about those trips you took this year. What was the best one, and why?
Ooh, I don't know. That's kind of a tough call. I think it's a toss-up between Europe and Japan. I mean, Europe, I got to ski a bunch of places that I'd never been, and got to hang with, guys like Seth Morrison and, JP Auclair and stuff at Skiers Cup, and I think that was probably the highlight, just because, those guys have been around for so long. There's so much knowledge stored up between, Morrison and JP, and even guys like Cody Townsend, and, that whole crew was really cool to hang out with, and for instance, I was on a train with I hate these guys. Chairlifts, man, or T-bars. But no, a cool experience was I went from Zermatt and then took the train to Chamonix on my way to Courmayeur with Seth Morrison, and it was just cool talking to him about a lot of different stuff. For instance, the Chamonix Valley, a lot of the stuff that they've skied when he filmed his own movie, and they were just his experiences and kind of comparing stuff over the years. So he's just had a lot of experience. It was cool trading stories with somebody like that who's just traveled a lot and been around the ski world for a long time. So yeah, Europe was great, and then also Japan. We had great snow and got a lot of good footage and photos. So.
Yeah, and so back to the Skiers Cup. So describe what that experience was like, and kind of why the contest was different than a standard contest.
So Skiers Cup is similar to those that know the golf world. It's similar to the Riders Cup, where you have two teams against each other. So you have 8 of the best skiers from North America versus the best 8 from Europe, and then they come together. And instead of doing it in a judged format, where you judge each run, it's just rider against rider, and then the judges pick who had a better run. That puts up a point, for each head-to-head battle, and then at the end of that, you come up, you add up the points, and then one team wins or loses. You have a big mountain day, and you have a big mountain slope style, which is jumps built all throughout the backcountry on one face. And so it's really different too. So you have, you know, this select group of riders from both North America and Europe that are typically more of a film athlete that don't really do the contests. So you know, it's a bit of a bigger contest and draws some bigger names. So it's definitely something really cool to be a part of. So
yeah, that's great. It's great. So you talked a little bit about, as a pro skier, a lot of your deal is traveling and taking photos and filming. You know, what when you're going out for a day, you know, what do you look for? What makes a good photo? You know, what makes a good shot when you're out there doing that work?
Unique features and good light. That's kind of the two keys. Usually when you go out and you go shoot, it can be anything from a snow feature to unique looking, you know, rock or tree or something like that, or something you can jump off, but something that's different, you know, that separates your average POW turnout from, you know, if you have some amazing trees around there and really good, so that sunrise or sunset light, anything like that can make a photo that much better. So, but yeah, I mean, and you want to get the best photo you can, because the photo editor is going to take that, run it in the magazine. So
yeah, that's great. So in addition to the ski photos that you take, you know, you definitely have a lot of shots of traveling in these unique cultures and different places, and you know, what's it like for you to provide that window for people to those different places and worlds?
It's cool. I think that it also, not only does it do that, it really helps develop my eye for, you know, when I see something, instead of following a photographer around and waiting for them to point something out, I feel like I can help, you know, find something that's, you know, worthwhile to shoot. But, you know, I've got a lot of good feedback, both in person and then, you know, through social media, telling me that it really inspires them to get out and, you know, do more, whether it's skiing or traveling. And some people have even told me it's inspired them to quit their job and go do what they love to do and go travel. So it's cool to, you know, hear that you're inspiring people to get out and go do stuff. Basically go live their own adventure, you know, kind of like I am. So
50 words or less, what was your biggest adventure this year?
I arrived in Tokyo. Nagano region had more snow than they've had in 120 years. All the hotels were full. Spent the night in a karaoke bar that was open 24 hours. Didn't sleep on the plane. So 48 hours of no sleep, and spent the night in a karaoke bar in Tokyo. That was an adventure and a half.
So yeah, we did this kind of in the online interview, but tell me a little bit about why you decided to get involved with Eddie Bauer, and you know, what kind of attracted you to the brand.
Elegant denim, beautiful people, models, adventures. No,
Take two.
I think it was definitely a combination of things. One is the fact that Eddie Bauer has a clear vision of what they want to do and where they're going with the product, and the fact that the team has a lot of impact on the gear, whether it's a backpack, glove, jacket, everything that, you know, I guess we have an opinion on, and what we think from being out in the gear from day to day, that directly relates back into the product that we have. And to me, that translates into having, you know, great gear, which is really important when you're in the mountains every day. So I think that's probably one of the most important things, and the fact that they already had amazing gear to begin with, and the fact that you can try and improve on that. It's just really cool to work with a company that wants that type of feedback. So.
And what's your favorite piece of gear in the line right now?
I would probably say the Neoteric pant. I really like wearing a bib, and it's just a good shell. I've been dry all year in it, and I don't really have any complaints with it.
That's great. And so tell me a little bit, where are we and why are we here right now?
So we're here for the Eddie Bauer, the winter shoot. So we're just shooting the line for next winter, all the 15, 16 gear. So I kind of assembled a part of the team that was free, and yeah, we met up here in Revelstoke. I'm gonna hang out here in Eagle Pass and go do some skiing.
Perfect. Have you ever skied at Eagle Pass before?
Not at Eagle Pass, quite a few times here at RMR, so, but stoked to go get in the bird with Newsom and Eagle Pass crew.
Great. Perfect. Thanks.